I did a video recently called Why Women Will Choose the No Value Guys versus the Thoughtful Guy. And the short end of that video, I said that the real question is, what do women value? And are the thoughtful guys giving women what they would value and not what the guy themselves would value? Because I think both sexes do that, where they think, oh, well, this other sex should like this thing and should want this thing. And then the other sex is like, I don't want that. That's not a thing that I want. Or you're not really emphasizing the thing that I actually want. And so I'm not going to go with this program. And so I mentioned, if you have a jerk guy versus a thoughtful guy, but the jerk guy is showing various masculine qualities that women for the long span of their life are going to actually value, then that thoughtful guy could be thoughtful all day. But if he's not giving her what she wants in terms of what she actually values, then he's not going to get the results that he wants. And I had a few comments that were going back and forth in the chat with that. So one guy said, thoughtful sounds so corny. Guys who describe themselves like that are probably annoying to be around, and that's why girls don't like them. Nobody likes someone who puts out this nice guy persona because they are probably compensating or wearing a mask. Nice guys are usually the first to snap. And we've seen so many examples of that in society where it's like that guy, oh, Jim Bob, he was just such a peaceful guy and he wouldn't hurt a fly on anybody. But then he went into this post office and just totally shot the place up, and now people are unalived. And it's very sad. We didn't know because he was such a thoughtful guy. And then women in their own dating lives have the experience of dating these thoughtful guys that, come to find out later on, weren't as thoughtful as they were previously showing themselves to be, right? So this guy makes a good point. So then another guy said, so being thoughtful is no longer okay either. Got it. You sound triggered, to that other guy. And so I left a comment that basically said this. I said, I would argue that there are plenty of thoughtful men who are also, some of the comments saying that, if they're hot, they can be jerks and yada, yada, yada. And so I said, I would argue that there are plenty of thoughtful men who are also traditionally hot in the looks department that still can't get or keep women. And if you notice in the title of that video, I put no value and thoughtful in quotes. And I did that because there are hot, thoughtful men who think that they are thoughtful. But if they're only doing things that they think a woman will want or need versus what she actually wants or needs, then he's being thoughtful in a very selfish way. Because you got to look at the fact that men and women are going to need different things. That would be like a woman saying, well, I'm a nice woman because I make a lot of money at my job and I have my own place. And every guy's going to look at her like, but I don't value that. Like in a relationship, I'm going to spend my money. We're going to probably move into my place. So none of those things matter. What else you got? So imagine that woman saying, oh, well, that's my value. And you just don't understand. And you're just blah, blah. Like we wouldn't care. So you could be like, oh, but I want to be a thoughtful guy who's going to open doors for women. I'm going to shower with flowers. And that's why I did a whole book called No Girls for You, the ultimate guide to losing the girl of your dreams, because I was that guy that was doing all these things that I thought women should like and should want and should need. And I was shooting myself to death and not getting the results that I wanted because those weren't things women valued. They valued a guy that was confident, that had goals and dreams that he was going towards, about getting money, about being able to support himself so he could hopefully support her and some kids someday. And so you could be thoughtful, but if you're not thoughtful in the ways that she needs, then you're actually doing her a disservice and not being thoughtful to what she actually needs. So then I said, meanwhile, there are average-looking men who are aware of what turns women on and know how to connect with a bevy of women, including the hot ones. And it goes back to what I said in the video. The majority of women are looking for someone to protect, provide, and be masculine. And many hot guys, they can get a first pass with a woman based on their looks, but oftentimes can't keep her long-term because they're actually very beta and they don't know how to give women the core needs that they crave. So if you're an average man, but you can learn how to do the things that women are needing to, and that they value to be able to want to be with you and to be attracted to you and to feel safe and trusted around you, then you'll be surprised at how many hot women will be attracted to you. And I say this because so many guys think, well, I got to be a hot guy, blah, blah, blah. And look, I think I'm okay. I think I was blessed with decent enough genes, but the difference between me being able to get women now versus in my 20s when I was getting next to no women, confidence and having some goals. Real talk. I became more confident in myself as I was getting more of my goals accomplished. I became more confident in myself, and women can read that. And it's subtle stuff. Like the way you carry yourself when you're not confident versus when you're confident Confident dudes sit like this and have like walk sturdy, and unconfident dudes do like this. Well, if a woman's looking at, again, I think in that video I said that, like, if you have twin guys, right? Twin dudes, one's walking like this and has his head held high, one's walking around like this, whatever. Sorry, dude like this, looks confident, gonna get more women. And so you don't have to be the 10 out of 10 guy in order to display other characteristics that women are going to find attractive about you. But this goes back to, do you know what women are actually valuing in terms of the things that they need to not only be attracted to you, but to feel safe, secure, to feel like you're a masculine guy that's going to protect her at some point. And those are things that you can learn. I have a whole academy called the Introvert Dating Success Membership Academy, where I go over things just like this, where I talk about how to be more confident, how to be less anxious, how to keep your eye on the prize and focus on your goals so she can focus on you, focusing on your goals, and be attracted to you. All right. So these are things that are very learnable if you just take the time to learn the lessons that you need. I have people in my academy right now that are having better dating lives simply because I have programs in there that teach you the ins and outs of how to date, how to be more confident, how to be bold, how to have conversations, how to be able to stand up for yourself when she tests you, and all the other stuff. But if you don't have those things in your arsenal, then when certain situations arise, you're not going to be confident. She's going to think that she was lied to because she thought you were confident, and she's going to leave. And I don't want her to leave you. I want her to be able to see you and say, regardless of what's going on, this is the guy that gets it. He knows how to handle me. He's confident. He's bold. He has a plan for me and us in our lives. And those are women that, and those are the kind of guys that women are going to want. All right. So it comes back to, if you know what women truly value. And the other thing, when you learn that, you're being a thoughtful guy. When you learn what women truly want and then know how to give it to them in an authentic way, that's really being thoughtful. It's not all this complimenting them all the time, calling them, texting them all the time, telling them they're beautiful, giving them flowers. It really is, are you providing the safety, security, and protection that she's going to need? Are you providing a lifestyle for her? When she looks at you, can she see a future with you? Are you into things that she's going to be drawn to want to do? And that's really being thoughtful to a woman. All right?
You need to call her on her cell phone.